Most people live braced for an audit, some final ledger where everything gets counted against them, and honestly, that fear is half the reason people stay away from God at all. So let me tell you what I found when I finally stopped bracing. A quiet little voice kept nagging me to do the math. Not a command from the ceiling, just a nudge that wouldn't quit. When I finally sat down and did it, I found my whole life had been running in 3.5-year cycles for decades, from an anointing to a resurrection Sunday 4 times across 36.5 years. And I didn't build that clock. God did. But notice what he did not do. He didn't announce it from the sky. He nagged me to measure it myself. That's the whole secret. In the old vision, God doesn't measure the temple. He hands the man a measuring rod and says, "You rise and you measure it." And that temple was never bricks and stone. The temple is people. It's you. So the command lands right on you. Measure yourself. And here's the mercy hiding inside that. If you measure your own life, God doesn't measure it for you. There's no audit, no red pen, no condemnation for anyone who belongs to Jesus. A father doesn't audit his kids. He teaches them to hold the pencil. Set one king beside that. Belshazzar spent his whole reign refusing to ever look at himself, and the night he mocked God, a hand wrote on his wall, "Weighed and found wanting." He wasn't a son who failed inspection. He was a man who declined being a son at all. That's the only choice on the table. Hold the rod or end up under it. Look at the world. You're being measured right now and you know it. Performance reviews, credit scores, the mirror, the list of everything you should have done by now. Every one of those rods grades you. Not one of them protects you, and every single one is held by somebody else's hand. That's why the word measure makes people flinch. God's arrangement is the only one that runs backwards. He doesn't grade his children. He hands you the pencil, shows you where to look, and lets the examining be yours. Because what he was ever after was never a score. It was a kid at the doorframe saying, "Look how much I've grown." Every life is running a circle. One closes in on you. Same old song and dance, a loop your own size, and that's the whole prison. The other closes into Jesus, and every lap around him is brand new. Same shape, opposite ending. The difference is only ever what your circle closes into. Maybe you're the one Jesus has been standing at that doorframe waiting for. The pencil's already in his hand, held out to you.